All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to another FT8 live session. We were on about 12 hours ago or so. We started a session at the nighttime, actually probably about 13 hours ago at this point. We had great success. The bands were doing okay. But I wanted to show you the difference of what some of these bands look like during the daytime for me versus what we saw last night's FT8 live session. So let's go ahead and get started in here. Let's see. I am just queuing up a couple things on my end. All right, all right, all right. And we have, so we are currently set up for 80 meters. And we're going to go ahead and turn on the monitor. We've got the radio screen. I got an ICOM 7300 that we're going to run through some FT8 transactions. All right, let's go. Kick on the monitor. And I'll be surprised if we see anything on 80 during the daytime. So we'll let it run a couple of cycles through. The waterfall does not look promising, I can tell you that already. Let's do a quick tune test just to make sure that everything's working good. Yeah, the radio keyed up. Uh-oh, we got us an error. Error in sound output. All right, so let's take a look at our configuration here real quick. Those are both right. So I'm gonna kill this for a minute, and then we'll bring it back. Because I power my radios off when I'm not using them, sometimes it gets glitchy in the order that it was powered up, the software before the radio, and it might not see the USB ports that come out of the 7300. So let's turn on monitoring again. All right, so we got some at least level of sound noise. There we go. The waterfall's kicking in, so we know we're at least receiving a signal. So count that as a win, right? All right. So a lot better than the fail of sitting here trying to do this and have nothing show up because it wasn't communicating with the radio properly. So it's a multi-fold piece coming out. If you're just doing FT8, it's one USB cable that gets plugged in from the radio, which brings in all the ports you need. Because I'm mixing it through a soundboard and sharing the sounds with you guys, so I could easily, here, I'm going to spin that down. Oh, it should be dead air because there's nothing on it. You can hear the static. It's a lot better than the alien sounds. We could bring audio through if we're doing voice conversation or phone conversation on the radio. I got the camera here that points in and shows you the screen of everything I'm going on. But as you can see, we've run through a couple cycles here, listening on 80, and it's a ghost town. Yep. So that's what 80 looks like typically for me during the daytime. Not a zip zilch. Occasionally you might get one or two folks in there, but usually they're relatively close or within a proximity of the East Coast. All right, so let's pop on over here to 40 and see what we got going on. See how 40's looking today. Oh, I see a little bit of a signal peeking out over here. Just a little bit. So we know there's at least one person on, right? So there we go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, let's give that a try. Ready? Bam. Let's LC, we got to adjust. Where are we at on power? I don't know if I reset from last night. No, we're still on 40. I'm going to drop this down to 25. Like I said, I usually run at 25. Should have checked that before we jumped on. So now when the next cycle comes through, I'll check. And there we go. Need just about 1 or 2 little bars on the ALC here, and then we're good to go. We can adjust that through the power setting here within WSJT-X. And, you know, Massachusetts is not too far from me, but we might not be getting out. Oh, look at that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. Come on. Give us a win. Let's see. -8 and -11. Close out the session. All right, all right, all right. Come on. Give me your, there we go. That's what we need to see. RR73. All right. Oh, I'm going to change the power in here too. It's 25. And we'll log that. Oh, in the books. All right. So we got one in. And that looks like the only one that's kind of here on 40. So, might be some people lurking. But no, I'm going to take off CQ only. Let's look at the rest of the traffic on 40. Big difference compared to, you know, 12, 13 hours ago when we were doing this. We at least had some options out there. Don't see the map. Why am I not seeing the map? Let's go here and see what's going on. Might need to adjust GridTracker. Oh, because the title changed. Because the number worked. So if you followed the stream last night, you noticed that these windows I get brought in all individually. And GridTracker is a great utility, but they don't use the same title for the application. Like, it changes dynamically based on other factors. So, you know, the roster will be how many people are in the roster. The map is how many connections total you've made for a GridTracker. So I have to go in and refresh that each time, and I missed that one earlier. I apologize about that. All right, let's break on out of here because we're not seeing any other traffic, and let's go to 30. What do we got in 30 meters? N1EDF is keeping up, hanging out there on 40 meters and, you know, holding the ground down and be the only one out there to connect with anybody right now. Maybe he's seen a little bit more on his end. You know, it's the band conditions are not as prosperous during the daytime. All right, all right. Oh, we got some winners here. We got a Vermont. Vermont's usually difficult for me, so let's go ahead and work on the Vermont right away and see if we can get them. Enjoying a nice ice cold iced tea today. So yes, drinking it out of a mason jar because it holds the coldness. I like my tea very cold. So all right, all right, all right. We flipped over and didn't watch my power setting. Might have to go another cycle here. Yep, I got nothing. Come on. There we go. 2 bars. 2 bars. Again, watching the ALC. So adjusting the power output from WSJT-X to adjust that ALC level so that we're almost at null. I probably would have been good where I was at because there was no bars. But I usually like to have 1 or 2 bars just so I know that right at the pinpoint of where I'm at. So as I said, Vermont's usually a difficult location for me to hit. And I don't know if it's just the way my wire is positioned, the way the sun gods are working in our favor or not working in our favor. But, when I was doing the work in all states, that was the last state. And it was a pain. It took me a few weeks to actually get a Vermont. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We're making the connection. We are making the connection. Yes, come on. Pretty bad. Yeah, got me at 16. I've got them at 13, and I apologize. I forgot to mute my phone earlier. So, what do we got here? Mute, vibrate only. All right. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That is a win. A double win because that's Vermont. All righty. And we're only at 25% or 25 watts. Perfect. That one's in the books. We've already worked this guy in Tennessee. So let's let it cycle through. I know there was a couple others in there. And see if we can work them before we jump up onto, 20 meters and see what's going on. 20 meters always, no matter what time of the day, seems to be a pretty decent option for us. And that's typically where we'll find a lot of the DX stations. All right, we got this Illinois. Let's jump in there and grab him real quick. Looking good. SWR is not even registering. That's always a plus. Love the internal tuner on the 7300. I also have a Yaesu's 891. That's usually my field radio. I'll take out to do parks on the air, take out field day, take out. Oh, look at that. We hit already. -5. All right. And when I had the 891 sitting where I got the 7300 now in my shack, I didn't see like a good quarter to a half of what I see with the 7300. Same antenna. Nothing really changed with the antenna. Literally swapped out the radios, changed out the cables, and couldn't believe the difference I saw in what the 7300 was able to tune that wire. And there's another win. Woohoo! Another one in the books. All right, all right, all right. So... Right. May have worked through everybody that's on 30 meters here this afternoon. It's about 2:12 in the afternoon for me. So, oh yeah, looking at the PSK report on my ham clock. Where I'm getting out. Again, I'm only at 25 watts, but yeah, we're clustered right around the East Coast in the United States. So not a whole lot is being able to be worked right now. And again, partially it could be my antenna. I know I've got to fix a couple things with it. Put it up month and a half ago. And, strung it. I've already had to go out and retighten it a couple of times because it started to sag. It's got that period where it's got to get wet, it's got to get exposed to the sun, and then, it'll level out. But I also think that the tree that I got it in, so it's a N-fed half wave long wire. It's MFJ's 1982, the high-powered one. And runs off the back of my house out to a tree. And I also think that the branch that I got it up in might have given way and dropped the next branch down. But I want to either string it out to a further tree so that I get a little bit higher elevation because my backyard slopes. Yeah, we're not seeing anything else. I'm going to drop over to 20 while I'm giving you that story. In addition, I'm on the fence about replacing it with a longer wire and being able to hit 160. It's an 80 through 10 antenna, and if I've got the land, so why not put up something longer? Oh yeah, 20's looking a lot better. We're at least to see in Italy, so we're seeing some DX in there. There we go. Look at that cycle come through. We got a few in here we can work. Wyoming, he's looking for DX only. We'll leave him alone. Let's hit North Carolina. Let's see how we do. So that's things in the works. I've got 6 meter antenna that I need to get put up. I got to put up my mast with 2 meter and 70 centimeter antenna. And I missed the window on catching that. I got all the stuff here, and I've got a couple mini antennas that like mobile style antennas that I'm working off of right now for 2 meter. But I've got a Diamond 200 sitting out there in the garage that's been sitting here for a couple months. I just got to get the mast put up, find a time to climb up on the roof and throw it up on the side of the house and all that fun jazz. And at that time, I'll probably put the 6 meter up. And who knows what else? I might come up with a few others. I'm building out a antenna that will probably give away to one of the lucky viewers on our other channel, Ham Radio Playground. If you're not a subscriber over there, head on over there. We're showing you how you can build a 2 meter antenna, and honestly, you could build any antenna out of it with the right measurements, using cheap supplies that you can find locally, like at Walmart, like coat hangers. Less than $3, you get a 10-pack of coat hangers. You only need 5, so honestly, you could build 2 antennas out of it. Surface mount SO239 and a little bit of solder and some screws and nuts and coax cable. And a piece of PVC pipe to kind of stand it up on. But watch for that video. We're gonna go record the whole process as we build it. I don't so much need a 2 meter antenna. I may test it with a couple of HTs, but more importantly, it's showing you guys the ability that you can do out there inexpensively. You can get started in this hobby without spending a fortune. You don't have to jump in and spend $1,000 on a radio. You can get an inexpensive HT, either used or new. There's all kinds of different brands out there. We're not having much success over here reaching out, so we are going to let it go another cycle, and then we're going to try somebody else. But there's ways you can build stuff. It doesn't take but time to build a 2 meter antenna, and quite honestly, not a lot of time at all. And the process is very simple and easy. And, I'm looking forward to putting that content out there for everybody to view. So this channel is mostly just talking about my journey as a ham, showing you what I do, things I learn along the way. And, the other one's more about having fun with ham radio, building shit, breaking shit, and just having fun. All right, it's looking a little promising. I can see that I'm hitting Cuba. I've got Italy can see me, but I've already worked him. All right, so we're not having much luck with this one. I'm going to end the transmit. Let it cycle through and see who else is out there, maybe on the odd cycle, like is CQing while we were transmitting. All right. Let's run through. What do we got? What's going on? So, one of my cats just joined us. Usually she sits up on the back of my chair, so don't be surprised if she pops up in the video. All right, let's go. Puerto Rico already worked. South Carolina is just finishing up. Let's go long. Let's go. Well, he's finishing up a conversation. All right, let's go to there's POTA. Let's get that POTA in there. Whenever I can get a park, absolutely. I don't have a park number, so I don't know if I've worked that park number before or not, but I have not worked that person. Everything's looking good power-wise. Give this one a few extra cycles because it is POTA, it's daytime, and they usually get worked pretty good. So, see if I can find him in the... Oh, I already got it open in another tab. Not that you can see what I'm doing, but let's go to spots. And KCO, yes. Yeah, I'm not even seeing them on the POTA website. Oh. What do we got? KC0TBS. He's off the board anyways. K7 car, he's on there like all the time. The person must live, he's always in different, he's in this herd management area, so he must live in that area and just runs his. KD2X is in New York, Belmont, Lake State Park. Where's he hiding? 14, so he's in 20 meter. Last heard 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm not seeing that other count. So we're going to end that because I'm not even seeing them on the spotted list. So let's try Texas. See if we can get through to Texas. Looks like I'm reaching down there. Nope, somebody else jumped in there. Got a couple Englands. Let's see if we can work England. What do we got? What do we got? Got a few more minutes and then I gotta kind of call it quits. Unfortunately, I do have to do some work. Get to play a little bit on my lunch break, but don't get to play all day. Minus 17, minus 22. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Might have to bump the power a little. Let's go ahead and bump the power and see if we can get them at 40. All right, so I'll have to hit bring our ALC down. There we go. They're reporting they can see my signal in PSK Reporter, but I haven't gone to the site to see what they're actually reading it at. It just may be a very, very weak signal that we're just not getting through. So let's see. Oh, and they're gone off the board. So let's try this one. Definitely warm in here with that AC off. But I turn it off because unfortunately this mic is really good about picking up background sounds. It does its job. It's in a pretty good studio mic. See if we've got... See if I turn down the gain a little. Oh, I did it. Oh well. Probably have to go back in and fix that because I'm sure I screwed something up on it. How about Northern Ireland? We're struggling right now to get Europe, but they're also right at the cusp of that gray line. We'll let that run a couple of cycles, and then we'll throw CQ out there and see what happens. So I don't think we're going to be able to hit any other bands. You enjoy watching us walk through this kind of content, go ahead and make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let us know you like the video. If you're not a subscriber to our channel, please subscribe. And if you want to see our other type of content, go subscribe to Ham Radio Playground over on YouTube. We've got a couple videos in the queue right now that will be coming up very shortly. We'll probably do some live sessions on there, some Q&A sessions with a couple other hams that are in the local area. And we're open to taking people for interviews on there as well. You know, we're set up, we can bring in remote people to participate. All right, so that's not working out so well. So let's go ahead and end the transmit on that one. And let's find a good spot to be. Let's try 1363. And we'll throw out a CQ and see what happens. See how it plays out. All right. There we go. That didn't take long. And you didn't get the alert on there. Why did you not get the alert? I don't know why it stopped coming through. North Carolina. So looks like we got another one hitting us up at the same time, and that's a win. All right. We are not at 25 now. We are at 40. I got to lower that back down. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and grab our other connection here, our other G3 BAR. Oh, that's the guy in England. Not the one we were trying to work, but another one. So let's go ahead and see if we can hit him. He could see us, obviously. He responded to the CQ, right? All right. Oh, he's up there a bit. Might have to bump up where I'm transmitting. Let's go 25, 53. Uh-oh, he fell off the list. Hopefully he's still on there and just in a session with somebody else. We'll let it run through a couple more attempts here and see what happens. Yep. All right, it's time to shut it down. I was hoping to make that connection before we got out of here, but doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna stop transmitting and let it run a couple cycles through just in case and get a response. I hate to, call out to somebody and then bail. That just isn't good etiquette. So we're having an interesting time in the studio. I've got another mic arm that should be here tomorrow that hopefully will get this out of my face. The way that this desk is set up over here is different than the desk that's behind me that I use for my main work. All of the arms that I have kind of were up overhead and they put the mic right in the way. I got this low profile one, but unfortunately it's not doing well with the weight of this microphone, and as you can see it's kind of bouncy, and I just don't feel the durability's there, so I spent a little more cheddar and got a nice quality one that will be delivered tomorrow. So we'll get that in and hopefully take the mic out of the shot so that it's not in everybody's view and kind of blocking the view. Let me know what you think about this layout. Throw it down in the comments. Tell us any changes that you'd like to see. Maybe we blow things up a little bit bigger. I'm happy to play around with it and get you whatever you want. If you want to see other windows, other displays, let me know if you want me to just do a full screen share so you can see when I'm flipping through or opening up settings. We'll probably do a full video on how we have everything set up within WSJT-X. You know, there's a million different YouTube videos that cover that, so it hasn't been at the top of the priority list, but you know, inquiring minds want to know, right? All right, so yeah, we didn't hear nothing back from him. Let's take a quick peek at a couple of the other bands, and then we'll get out of here. See how 17's doing. Well, there is somebody on 17. It's better than what it was, I think, last night. I don't think anybody was on 17. And I got some DX stations on there. We got 2:30. Yeah, we've been running about 40 minutes. All right, let's check 15 real quick. Let it cycle through a couple of Denmark. There you go. Spain, France, a couple United States. Yeah, there's some activities over there. That special call sign there. Greece. Come on. There's cue that one up. Where is he hiding out? 2151. Let's go 2151. 2151. I don't see nothing. Ooh, look at that.
Wanted
There we
DXCC.
go. Let's work that one real quick. Get that one in the books. Oh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be really tough.
Wanted DXCC.
I might have to really bump up the power. Let's give it a cycle here and see if we can connect. Somebody else is working them. So that one I'm gonna go bump up to 60 just based on where they're at right now. They're falling right in the cusp of that gray line area in Africa. So I need to do a quick check of my tune. So I need to be right about there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 lines down. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, bring us down there. And we're just gonna keep reaching out for them. Hopefully we get on their radar. Romania, Spain. A lot of DX going on in 15. Ukraine, Uruguay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We're working them. Finish her out. Come on. That'll be a nice end to this video, huh? Just waiting for a 73. Oh, come on, come on. I'm sure they're getting worked pretty heavy. They probably have a little bit of a pile up. Everybody trying to reach them. Come on. So close. Come on. We exchanged. Just need that 73. Come on. Confirm. Please. Please, please. Oh, man. Yo, somebody else jumped in there. What's going on? That's probably all they're doing is working through a pile up. They're right at the cusp of the gray line. Come on. Man, it just stinks that, you know, we're right there. The middle of, oh, why did it lose where I was at for sending? Okay. You know, we exchanged information, but we just haven't done the confirmation. And it looks like I'm not the only one that's kind of like reporting back. So they just must be working through a pileup right now. And that's where this map comes in handy. So you can kind of see some of the stations that are working them. But let's see if I switch over to it. Maybe. Yeah, somebody got in there, a real strong station. Well, we made quite a few calls back and we haven't heard anything. And they are getting worked by quite a few different people at the same time. I'm going to do this. So after this transmit cycle, I'm going to bump my transmit up a little bit just to get out of that noise, and hopefully we can get on their radar. All right, so let's go 17. Oh, there we go. There we go. Didn't even have to adjust it. Bam. I got it. And what did we bump up to 60? See, I was about ready to change stuff and didn't need to do. Why is my keyboard dead again? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Raggy. I've had more issues with this thing. Uh-oh, I unplugged the wrong one. Oops, sorry. Dropped the camera. And honestly, I'm wondering if the camera is what's causing issues. The other day, I fried a couple USB ports on the computer. So that changed that. The camera did not come back on. So let's get that one closed out. And then we'll stop our monitoring here, as we are all set. Sorry about the camera getting lost there, guys. Let me see if I can get it back real quick. Deactivate, activate. All right, we're back. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. That shows you the difference in the daytime. Technical issues happen. It is what it is. So it was me pulling the wrong USB cable out, trying to get my keyboard to come back online. Not sure what's going on. I'm eventually going to replace this PC anyways. It's God, coming up on 10 years. I think this PC's been around and kicking, so it's time. Something happened the other day as I was testing some of the equipment, and thought I fried a USB hub, but it turned out it was actually like 2 or 3 USB ports on the computer itself. And it was everything that was plugged into them, including the hub. So we got around that, but it is what it is. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Leave us a comment below. Let us know any feedback you have. Again, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. And if you love the content, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Let us know we're doing a great job. Alrighty, 70.